What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Entertainment Syndicate Podcast. We're coming to you from NES headquarters located inside the Millennium Falcon, where actually we've been waiting for Han Solo for a while.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing all right. Anyways, I'm Andrew D2.
I am Jar Jar Lowe's.
What's happening? Welcome back to another episode. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And,
Glad you guys are sticking around and listening to us.
started off, I want to let you guys know that we have a Twitter. So if you guys have a Twitter account, follow us. We're on Twitter at Nerdy Syndicate, at Nerdy Syndicate. Give us a follow. We'll go ahead and post pictures of like stuff we've been talking about. Maybe we'll go back and take pictures.
Do some breaking news if we find something.
Yeah, we'll retweet breaking news that we get. And what I want to do also is post pictures of, like we were talking about our collection a couple episodes back. Take pictures of that kind of stuff and upload it so you guys can check out what we're talking about. So also, I brought over my Legion of Collectors box. It's this DC-themed like collectors type of loot crate that they're doing.
You know.
Like all these companies are doing now. Marvel's got their own.
Star Wars is doing theirs.
So I brought over my DC Legion collector box. We'll throw up pictures of what's in there.
And we'll go over it a little bit later today, what's in the box. And see if it was worth it and see if it's something you guys would like. So what's on in today's agenda, Drew?
A few bits of news this week.
I think the top one was going to be the Ghostbusters reaction.
Yeah, the trailer for Ghostbusters came out last week. And what did you think of it first off?
Okay, before I get into what I thought about it, for those that don't know, there was a huge backlash online. A lot of hate.
Crazy amount. It was just
it's to be expected with any reboot, honestly. Any reboot, nostalgia, fanboyism, everything. And I didn't expect it to be this bad.
Yeah, did you see the numbers as far as like the YouTube videos? There was way more hates or thumbs down as opposed to like the thumbs up on that video.
Yeah. More dislikes than the likes.
That was crazy.
Now, let's go with just our personal thought. My reaction to it, it wasn't a bad trailer, It was a little corny jokes, but
yeah.
I watch comic book movies, and there's nothing but corny jokes involved in all that. So I didn't think anything much of it. That was the special effects that looked amazing.
You liked that? I liked that too.
It was really cool. Well done. And I think the trailer put a little too much into it, but it wasn't enough for me to really hate on it. I was like, all right, I'm still gonna see it.
Yeah. And
I'm still very neutral about it. So that trailer hasn't done anything. And as far as trailers, it's just snippets. It will never be the full movie.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to judge just based on a trailer. And people always do that. They always like to jump, down the people's throats just with one trailer being released.
Same thing with that Batman v Superman. It's like everybody like, oh, I know what the movie's about now. Or it sucks. Or I know too much. Or I saw this and that. But so it's just a trailer.
What did you think about the trailer?
Being a huge fan of Ghostbusters since back in '84. Super fanboy. And the excitement I've had for this coming up since I knew the reboot was coming. And I liked the idea of the cast, like all female cast. I thought it's cool. And I like all the actresses. I think they're funny. I was whelmed at the trailer. Not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed. It was just like, okay, it's my first look at it. I liked a lot of bits about it.
So it didn't really meet your expectations, but it did not meet it,
I maybe have I overhyped it for myself.
So that was part. See,
I overhyped it for myself, being so excited about it.
That's what goes back to when I said, being a fanboy of it, nostalgia. You build it up yourself.
Yeah. So I was whelmed by it, but I liked it. I like you were talking about the special effects. I like the opening special effect, how she gets puked on with that slime.
We see Slimer in the trailer.
Slimer's in the trailer.
So
I like the new tech that they got in there. Like a lot of new tech. There's like little pistols, proton pistols.
Yeah, it's gonna be very high,
like
color, futuristic.
Very colorful. It was
neon kind of stuff going on there.
Yeah, I know the feel that they're going for it. Very colorful, and with all the gadgets and the tech, and the corny jokes and stuff. But again, that's just the trailer. But there's like a lot of Easter eggs in that like references to the old stuff.
So you're analyzing it.
Yeah, there's this one shot where like they're in like the downtown area. There's like those video billboards that they have.
Yeah.
There was one that said it was like a Twinkie billboard. It said, "Now that's a big Twinkie," like kind of referencing one of the jokes back in the original Ghostbusters. And there's this scene in the laboratory where Kristen Wiig has this board of like her mathematical stuff on the board, and up on top there's an actual website kind of hidden in there. If you go to that website, paranormalstudieslab.com, there's a behind-the-scenes video of the making of the proton pack. Where like they
really?
they use actual science, and they explain the reason behind this is how this proton pack is built and why it works this way. So it was really cool. I like that stuff about the trailer.
No, that's cool. Now let's get to the hate. It seemed like people were just hung up on the whole. It was super corny, and they were using the fact that they were upset with this stereotype with Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, she was just being the loud black woman.
I don't understand.
You saw what 4 scenes with her and just a couple lines, and people already hate on it. I mean,
yeah, you get the basic idea of, because they kind of give you the basic idea of what each character is. They explain one's a physicist, one's a paranormal, researcher, and one's a tech expert or something like that. And she was I guess she's a street smart character or something.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I saw the trailer. I saw
and people were playing it as just like the loud black woman, and that's what people were saying. It was like, oh, you're making her the loud black woman, and I was like, really? You've only seen, like I said, only a few seconds.
Yeah. They were upset how her character wasn't a scientist.
Yeah.
Like the other you have the 3 smart characters that are white, and then you have her just being a Metro employee or something.
And then they were like, oh, the jokes are very childish. And I don't know if those people kind of remember the Ghostbusters. The original Ghostbusters had a lot of childish jokes in it.
Well, even then.
They had the dick joke. I don't know if you even remember that. There was a dick joke, a no dick joke.
Yeah.
And it was like, come on, guys.
Yeah, the antagonist in the first one, they make fun of him not having a dick.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
But you didn't see anybody jumping on that. Oh, God, it doesn't take a scientist to come up with a dick joke. You know what I mean?
But alone, I just saw, going back to the original, you had the 3 main characters were the scientists, and they get the 4th character is this new guy who just signs up for the job. He's not a scientist either.
No.
There's no huge racial backlash about this like there is nowadays. It's like I don't get it. I saw this trailer, seeing these characters as, oh, okay, it's like the first movie. Like, this is the setup of these 3 characters. We had another one.
And honestly, I want to say I think the hate was already there. They just needed a reason. And it was like a finally we get the trailer. Now we get to spill our their bullshit. But whatever. They're entitled to their opinion, but I didn't think it was deserved.
I don't think so at all. Yeah, the hate was there from the moment it was announced. This is going to be a new Ghostbusters with an all-female cast.
Yeah, and what do they want? Just the perfect nostalgia, then stick to the original movie. If you want the movie the way it was, then just stick to the original movie. Just don't watch the new one.
What I'm hoping is, because they're not going to, divulge everything. Like, here's the script, everybody. Read the script. We're going to turn this into a movie, and then you can eventually watch it.
Yeah.
What I think is going to happen, we all know, or people that follow this know, that Dan Aykroyd is in it. He's doing a cameo. Ernie Hudson's in it, making a cameo, and Bill Murray. So what I'm hoping is happening is, like, they keep this stuff secret. They say they're playing different characters.
Yeah.
But hopefully they could surprise us with, they come back as their original characters, and that'd be cool.
So, yeah, well, all we can do is wait and see. And then, like I said, it was just his first trailer, and
it's just a trailer, everybody.
Just relax.
Take it easy.
All right.
That's
and
what
now
I say.
we go from that to JGL leaving Sandman.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, JGL. Yeah, I knew he was working on this project. Like, this was kind of a brainchild of his.
Yeah, for a while.
Wanting to make this movie.
And he was okayed with Warner Brothers. They're like, all right, start working on this. And it's, Sandman's a Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman, the writer, creator of this character. I'm not familiar with the world of the Sandman. I've never read the comics.
Very cult.
A cult, right?
Yeah, so and it's well written. I know I've gave you a graphic novel.
The Book of Magic.
Did you ever get to read that?
About halfway through.
Yeah, but so far you understand.
It was cool. It was interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
How you can see Constantine, you can see
the different magical elements that DC, the characters, magical characters.
Right. So you can see what kind of style writing Sandman's going to have. Very detailed, very world oriented.
Yeah.
So I was excited. I was like, all right, I can see this. And then Warner Bros. Did the whole Vertigo going on to New Line?
Yeah, because what it is, all the DC properties, as far as the comics, in order to make a movie, they were going to make them through Warner Brothers production company.
Yeah.
DC has a
subsidiary
company called Vertigo, where they release like darker stories,
more adult
oriented, adult themed, darker
Hellblazer and all that.
And what happened is the Vertigo titles are now going to be made by New Line Cinema.
Yeah, because
Vertigo, not Warner Brothers.
Because honestly, what they pretty much took down the whole vertigo line. Sorry, and got more involved with the DC aspect of it. So
yeah, so Warner Brothers wants to stick with the superhero world of just the DC strict, and then they handed off the Vertigo titles to New Line. So what happened is
new management. So from what JGL tweeted, he was saying that they just didn't meet eye to eye, and he knew it was going to nowhere. So he was like, you know what, let me brush my hands off of this.
Yeah,
see ya.
Good luck to you guys. You know, you have your vision. Go ahead and go with it. I didn't agree with it. Yeah,
and it sucks because he was the one that worked hard to get this going and approved and everything. And
it was kind of his baby, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to get this movie going, and everything was going good when it was still with Warner Brothers before they split it off. And then once it split off to New Line, they didn't meet eye to eye. So he's like, again, go ahead, make your vision, and I'm out.
So I wonder if this is gonna be another setback.
Probably.
Or they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna wait and see.
Because he was gonna star and direct it.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, they have to find a whole new director and
this could put it in limbo hell, you know.
I don't know the Sandman story too much, but I was looking forward to it because of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm a fan of what he does, and then seeing how he was interested in this project, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He's like this graphic novel stuff, so I was hoping to see something good come out of that, but we'll have to wait a little longer.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, and keeping with the DC themed as far as the movie goes, did you hear about the Jenna Malone news?
No.
The Batman v Superman.
No. What's going on right there?
The actress Jenna Malone was like seen on scene of the Batman v Superman. It was kind of rumored maybe she'd be the female Robin, or like we didn't know because she played a character with red hair.
Yeah.
So we had either female Robin or possibly Barbara Gordon. And now that this rated R Blu-ray version that's going to be coming out, the director's cut.
Yeah, they've talked about it a little bit extensively now, right?
Yeah, like I've seen tidbits that it could possibly be the Killing Joke, little Killing Joke flashback or.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that she's playing the Barbara Gordon role.
So she will be playing Barbara Gordon.
That's what I've seen. Yeah, a lot of. But then I saw something come up recently. I don't know if it was directly through Zack Snyder saying like saying that she's not Robin and she's not Barbara Gordon. We're keeping her role kind of close to the vest.
Now they could be lying, so they throw people off.
Yeah.
So hey, they just drawing more attention to this then.
So that's interesting.
What do you think about it? Do you think she's gonna be Barbara?
Possibly, I could see it now because I was all on board with like, oh, she's gonna be the female Robin because this takes place in a Dark Knight Returns kind of world,
like a Frank Miller's world, where
the Frank
Robin
Miller world.
was.
Yeah, where there's a female Robin, a redhead. But then, rumors came out that she's going to be Barbara Gordon. I was like, oh, okay, that'd be cool. I could see her as a Barbara Gordon, I guess. But I'm excited to see what they're going to do if this is true about the Killing Joke.
So that would show more of a sadistic Joker then, which hasn't really been shown.
Would Jared Leto be in this little flashback too? I was like, I don't know. That'd be interesting. That'd be really cool to see because that's a really dark storyline. Because that's kind of, I guess, considered now Joker's origin story. Is this story called The Killing Joke? If you guys don't know about this.
Yeah. So, which pretty much, it was a side story, and then it was so good they decided to make it into the continuum.
Yeah, to have it in the canon and kind of like this from this this day forward. This is kind of his origin story, the Joker's origin story.
So if you want to stick with this DC subject for now, then we can go on to Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah, it was announced that Suicide Squad 2's not necessarily started production, but basically that David Ayer, the director, and Will Smith have signed on to come back for Suicide Squad 2.
So that's that. I mean, God, you can't get better news than that, right?
That is good news.
So
seeing as Suicide Squad 1 is, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, and there's already talks about part 2, so that's awesome. I'm excited for that.
To hear. So that's cool.
They're the only ones that signed on so far, so we haven't heard about Margot
so far. Margot has stated that she's excited to come back and can't wait to
they need to do what Marvel did and just have them all sign up for, like, when they sign on for possible 5 to 6 movies, even though there's nothing in the works, but they signed on, so they have that option and they can keep the original cast.
That's true. They may have done that. I haven't heard about the Suicide Squad gang doing that, but I know like the Ben Affleck's already signed on for 6-7 movies. Same with Henry Cavill and all that stuff.
Yeah, and
didn't
Ben also sign on to do like direct a couple of those as well, like 2 or 3?
Yeah, like his own, like his Batman movies. Yeah, he made like help write and direct because he joined Jeff Johns in writing. I've heard like a while back. him and Jeff Johns are going to be writing the script for the standalone Batman movie. So that's exciting news.
Yeah,
so
I mean, hey, I'm glad to see the DC's getting the ball moving with stuff like that.
I don't know what you think about this, but the disappointing Green Lantern news.
I mean, I feel like it's still a touchy subject for DC since the Green Lantern movie was horrendous. So
I kind of liked it.
You kind of liked it?
I could watch it again.
I like Sinestro.
He was cool. He was the best. He was the best part of the movie. That's really not saying much.
No,
I guess to you, but I could watch it again and get through it.
And yeah, I mean, I guess it's good if they're not trying to rush into it. Good on them. If they don't want to do the same mistake as last time and just
because the story is. It's been coming out now that Green Lantern won't be in these movies until maybe Justice League 2.
Which is 2020 or something like that?
No, that'll be the standalone. Justice League 2, maybe 2018?
2018? Oh, okay.
Something like that. I don't know, because I'm still curious about the whole going back to the reveal of Aquaman and the image shows Reunite the Seven.
Yeah.
If you got the Seven, that includes Green Lantern. Like, why would they kind of do that?
I don't know.
Setting up for like 4 years from now instead of because we already know that Flash and Aquaman are going to be in Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, and I guess there's some spoilers. I haven't read it yet, but I know on Newsarama there had some thread on Flash News and what role he's going to be having in BVS.
Yeah, I saw that he has a role, but I didn't read it. I don't want to know what the role is.
Yeah,
what part he's going to play.
I don't know if I want to get into it because, like I said, I don't want to start spoiling movies.
The movie's only 2-3 weeks away now. Like so many more like TV spots, commercial spots are coming out that I'm avoiding it because they're showing maybe an extra 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, nope, I'll avoid it from now. But it's so close now. It's coming.
You can feel it.
But yeah, I don't know if they're so like damaged by that Green Lantern movie that they're like, no, we don't want him involved in this until 3-4 years from now.
I don't think it's that aspect. I think it's more, we really need to take this role seriously and not just
get it right.
Exactly, just get it right.
Yeah.
And if we're not ready, then why pull the trigger? That's.
I could understand that, but that seems almost a little too sensitive. It's like, I mean, it's been how many years?
It was 2011, I think it came out.
Was it 2011?
So, yeah,
so it's 5-6 years now.
Hey man,
it's a different team of writers. It's a different crew there.
Hey man, the internet never forgets, man. Ghostbusters, come on now.
Here's what I'm hoping for it because there was rumors about there's an actor in Batman v Superman who's playing a drone pilot.
Yeah.
And looks very much like Hal Jordan. So I'm hoping they're just kind of keeping this close to the vest, keeping it a secret, and will kind of surprise us with it.
They said Green Lantern won't be in it. They didn't say Hal Jordan won't.
That's what I'm getting at. And that's what I'm hoping is kind of happening.
They did say that. I mean, that's a play on words. Hey, Green Lantern's not going to be in it.
Not in it.
But they haven't said Hal Jordan won't be in it.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, because like we mentioned in the podcast before, there's an actor that looks like a Hal Jordan type who's cast as a drone pilot.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping, that they're kind of, look over here, while they're, kind of sneaking it in over on the other side.
Well, we only have, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, about 2-3 weeks till the movie comes out, man. I'm so excited.
I know you are. So I know you know the exact date.
I've been waiting almost 3 years for this movie because I remember the announcement at Comic-Con when Zack Snyder came out.
When he showed the trailer?
And announced, this.
When he just announced it.
When we announced, like, we're making part 2, basically, but this is the kind of, like, what we're going for. And they brought the actor out. He read the line.
Oh, God, I remember. Yeah, they were all scared about it. They're like, Batfleck, are you kidding me? We're going to see Daredevil 2 all over again.
Well, yeah, the announcement was made before the casting of Ben Affleck, but just the announcement alone at Comic-Con where they showed the Superman S shield, and then behind it, the
white
Bat
Batman
logo comes out, and just the crowd goes nuts. It's like, that's almost 3 years ago. Can't believe it's been that long waiting for this movie, but I'm so excited. So excited for that.
You want to stick with DC and go with your collector box we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, we can do that. I again mentioned earlier about my I signed up for the Legion of Collectors as their DC themed box. Brought it over. We're going to take a snapshot of it, throw it up on our Twitter if you guys want to take a look. But
now this box is going to be quarterly, so you're saying every 3 to 4 months?
Every 3 months, yeah. It comes with this box came with a Wonder Woman patch, a Superman pin, a Batman v Superman T-shirt,
like an old school looking,
school art, yeah,
Rumble in the Bronx kind of.
And it's actually even in Spanish, like all the.
So it's like a luchador.
Batman versus Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
Also got an armored Batman pop, one of those pop Funko Pops.
Yeah.
It's really cool looking. That's actually the main reason why I signed up.
A lot of good detail on that armored Batman.
Yeah, it has like the little gold brass knuckles and gold on the boot and the toe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
These little Dorbs dolls.
I'm not a fan of those. However, that packaging on this looks pretty good, man.
You like the packaging?
Yeah, the glow in the dark. You got.
Do these glow in the dark? Because they're like a greenish kind of color. We'll throw that up on the website.
Yeah,
or the Twitter so you guys can see.
Superman and Aquaman.
And a variant cover of a Batman Superman comic. So I'm excited. I like what I got.
This package worth it for you?
Yeah, I got my value out of it. Main reason I signed up for it was that Funko Pop, and everything else is just
extra
icing on the cake.
Right.
Yeah. So that's cool. We'll throw that up on our
Are you
Twitter.
doing the Marvel, the Star Wars? Are you doing the Loot Crate as well?
I'm doing Loot Crate when I see a theme that I like.
Okay.
Every month or other month or so.
Uh huh.
And all the others, probably I'll do the same. If I see a Star Wars crate that I like or a Marvel theme that I like, I'll probably go with that too.
All right. So not bad. Now we go from DC to Marvel. The only two really big news is so if you guys hear that babble, it's my daughter speaking in the background. Marvel Civil War 2 comics.
This is the comic, not the
movie. This is the comic world. I'm excited for this. I like I said, I've read the first Marvel Civil War, and a lot of changes happened from it.
I read that one too. Yeah.
I mean, did you ever get to read that?
Not the full all the side issues, but just the main.
One.
7-8 issues. Of
Yeah.
the main story. Yeah.
So I'm excited for this, and it has to do after the end of Secret Wars, and a bunch of other arcs are leading up to this. So I'm excited for this, man.
Okay. Yeah. Is it what was I gonna ask? Has it started already?
No, they're just giving out teasers, when they show on the comics little promos, just pictures, There's one of Medusa on the cover, and she's like holding someone hostage. So
you don't know like the basic premise of this?
Not yet, yeah.
So it's not, because the first Civil War, like the movie that we see coming out, is Captain America versus Iron Man.
The Civil War is based on the Human Registration Act.
Yeah.
The Superhero Registration Act, which is just people giving up their identity to the government.
Yeah, government wants these superheroes to
register and know where they're at all times. It's pretty much Apple versus FBI. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this. Can't wait to start reading that. That's and then cool. As far as comics on Marvel, big news. I mean, that's really main thing. And in the movie world, I mean, it's Marvel, but not Marvel property.
Or as far as the Civil War, have you seen the new posters for Captain America Civil War?
Which one were?
Where it's like
the team versus team kind of deal.
Well, it has the shield and it's each one's individual face.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think they just released all of Team Captain America. So you see Captain America, Bucky, and Hawkeye, and
the promos.
I saw the meme of J. Jonah Jameson. But where's Spider-Man? Show me a picture of Spider-Man. We still haven't seen anything about Spider-Man in that movie.
No, so
I like how they're really keeping that a secret. Like we know nothing about what's going on with Spider-Man, in
which I'm okay with.
Which is pretty cool. I like that too.
I'm hoping for the, Marvel Ultimate Universe Spider-Man version.
Straight to be in the movie.
Yeah, like a straight out. Which we already seen who it is going to be. It's a young kid.
The kid, yeah.
So
the actor.
I'm excited. And then we go from.
Real quick, is this the one you're talking about with the Iron Spider suit, or?
The Iron Spider suit. That's Civil War.
That's Civil War. So Ultimate Universe is.
It's just like straight out of high school, because the regular Spider-Man universe, Peter Parker, college kid, out of college, has his own. Way older, way older. The high school days are long ago. Yeah. And then from that, we're going to Sony, trying to do the Venom solo movie now.
What's the news on this? I kind of just saw a little.
Just that they are really pushing forward to it, and I think it goes back as well to the rated R Deadpool. So they're in talks again to doing relive it or relaunch this idea of the solo Venom movie
with Venom. So
nothing solid yet. I mean, they're just mostly talks about it that they really want to do this solo movie, and
so not involving Spider-Man then.
No, I can't really say yes or no to it yet. But I would have to say they have to wait for the regular Spider-Man movie. I mean, how are you going to have Venom without Spider-Man?
Yeah, because common moviegoers wouldn't really know just a standalone Venom movie.
Yeah,
and then if it's something different than like the standalone Spider-Man movie that comes out,
because the symbiote spider, it's a symbiote, got attached. Symbiote. Yeah, got attached to Peter Parker first, and then he was able to fight it off with the whole, the bells and all that kind of stuff. Then it attached to Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
And he turned to Venom. So it's going to be, 5 years from now? There's no way I can see this.
Yeah. Future projects. Yeah, it's kind of weird to just want to do a standalone Venom movie. It's like, where did that come from?
Deadpool. So the whole, remember we talked about rated R effect.
Yeah, I could see that.
But, I'm excited to see a Venom movie. I mean, I'm definitely a fanboy of Venom or Spider-Man world, so I'm excited. So we'll see. Hopefully good things come out of this. So
yeah, that'd be cool. I like the look of Venom. I like because he started out as a villain, right? And nowadays he's kind of anti-hero.
He started as a villain, and it all depends on who's the host, honestly.
Okay.
And then because if the host is psychotic, you get pretty much Carnage version. If you get the host is an ex-army veteran who lost his limbs due to an IED explosion, and he's using the symbiote as a extension of his arsenal, then you get that good-ish Venom. So
there's many different routes that they can take for this movie.
Yeah. So, but they definitely and I have to do the Brock. I mean, I can't imagine anything else. That's the one that everybody all pretty much knows because it's the cartoons,
Yeah. And yeah, from the previous Spider-Man 3.
Oh God,
the Eddie Brock.
Such potential.
That was bad.
It was, man. And you know what? I forced myself to like it.
Like you say, Green Lantern is horrible, but
yeah.
I like it. Spider-Man 3, I think, is just horrible.
I forced myself to like it, and even now talking about it and thinking about it, it's a horrible movie. I just like I'm making excuses for it. But I mean, he likes to dance with
just
music.
The emo Spider-Man
emo hair
was the
like,
worst
it's okay.
thing.
It's not him,
That was bad.
Yeah, but we'll see. Maybe 3-4 years from now, like I said, we're gonna be like, oh, that's a trailer.
Yeah.
And you got Pacific Rim on there too. Pacific Rim.
Yeah, Pacific Rim 2, I guess, is going to finally be a go because it was kind of shut down a month or so back, but it was just...
What was it? Was it because Guillermo del Toro's vision was too big for it, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, I guess he was asking for too much money, or it was like the scope of it was too big.
It always seems like that seems to be his problem.
His deal is like his budgets are huge.
Because he's more of a...
he's very practical
over
with the
visual
effects.
Visual effects.
Like Crimson Peak, that house that's in this movie, Crimson Peak, was built from the floor up. So his production and his vision is very costly.
All those ghost models are based on real sculptures and models and people. So yeah.
Yeah, same with Hellboy 3. Like he wanted to make Hellboy 3, but like the budget was too astronomical for the studio. Cause there's not a huge fan base.
It's nothing crazy, but for that specific movies and like you said, it's fan base and everything. Like we can't do it.
Because the Hellboy movies, I like them. I like both of them.
Both of them, amazing.
They were really good movies. They're really fun, but they weren't huge blockbusters in the way an Iron Man or a Captain America or a Superman, Man of Steel.
Which I think they're setting the bar so high that I think if movies don't live up to that number, they're considered flops when they're really not.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean?
Yeah. They make their money back, but just because they weren't astronomical, number one for 5 months in a row, it's like,
breaking records, Yeah, exactly. So...
But I'm excited. Yeah, Pacific Rim 2. I liked the first one. It was a campy, fun. I liked the robots versus monsters, special effects.
It put it into what it was.
Yeah, it knew what it was. Yeah, movie.
And then, so they're saying he's back on this again, or
not Guillermo del Toro? No, it's Stephen DeKnight is now going to be the director of it.
What's he done?
He was the showrunner on Daredevil, like the second half of the Daredevil Netflix series. There's a couple other things that he did, but he's now signed on to direct the movie. So now it's a go. It looks like it's going to be a go.
So this might be completely different in vision and everything because Guillermo del Toro is pretty unique with what he visualizes and puts out there.
Yeah, it might. Who knows what the tone of it might be, too. It might be like a more, I guess, grounded, realistic, and not as campy or...
Yeah.
But I'd like to see the world back, the robots versus monsters, which I thought was really
So I wonder
cool.
if it's going to be a direct sequel, or is it going to be like, years later, or it's just a different story? So we didn't even know anything, huh?
Nothing as far as story goes, no. But they wanted to... Well, when Guillermo del Toro was attached to it, he had a trilogy in mind, and
Oh, okay.
So
we'll see. Only time will tell.
Stick with it,
so that's pretty much it on the big news. You want to do what are you reading right now, or anything like that specific?
Right now, what have I been reading? I finished up... Or did I even start anything this last week? I've just been back and forth of trying to catch up on
school,
the well, with school too. But as far as the comics, like the Justice League, and then I just bought a couple Daredevil graphic novels.
Oh yeah,
a
I
couple
saw
Swamp Thing graphic novels that I heard about.
Frank
Or
Miller
really,
and
the
more.
Daredevil. Really good from people recommending like these as classics.
Man Without a Fear.
Man Without Fear, Born Again, the Daredevil, the Swamp Things. The Swamp Thing I got because I saw Kevin Smith on a show talking about they're playing a game like, okay, let's throw out ideas for a Deadpool sequel, and Kevin Smith came up with the idea of Deadpool goes to hell.
Yeah.
To like kind of save like his Vanessa, the romantic interest.
Yeah.
Like literally goes into hell, has his adventure in hell, based off of this Alan Moore run of the Swamp Thing. And like he was talking about that, I was like, that sounds like a pretty cool story. So that's what got me interested in the Swamp Thing graphic novel. But yeah, as far as reading that, I haven't done too much.
Believe it or not, I picked up Archie.
The Archie comics?
Yeah, you know how they changed the new style of it on it and everything.
They rebooted it within the last year or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, it's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, don't expect superhero stuff. Just expect real life drama. But it's pretty good.
I mean, for it being around since what, the 50s?
Yeah.
Or when did Archie start? I don't even know.
Well, it started off like back when comics used to start with just own comic strips, like newspapers.
There's the newspaper comic strips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I knew Archie from. Never read them. And then like the biggest news I ever heard of Archie was a couple years ago when they killed him off.
Yeah.
That was like the big news about Archie, and that's when they rebooted it, right?
Yeah,
So
and then they changed because I mean the way you see, everybody know how Archie looks, you know, and that style has drastically changed to a more realistic, modern adaptation of Archie, and that's when I picked it up. I picked it up on issue 4, and it's dealing with just some stupid high school drama, but it's satisfying because you get tired of world-ending drama.
Yeah, the superhero,
you know,
saving the world.
You get burnt out on it a little bit, so I was like, all right, I enjoyed it. So it's something I'm actually going to continue picking up.
Yeah, that's why I go with my like the horror titles that I like, as opposed to just sticking with straight superheroes. So that's cool. So it's a modern day Archie.
Yeah. So it's not bad. You guys give it a try.
Nice.
I mean, torrent a couple of issues if you guys just want to give it a quick look and see if you like it. And if you do, just go ahead and buy it. But as far as that, I don't remember
even
picking
then,
up anything new.
You're talking about torrenting. I would recommend downloading those apps, Comixology or DC or Marvel, and just buying it. $2 an issue. It'll get you. I mean, it's $2 an issue.
Have you heard about? Because Marvel was a pioneer, pretty much.
With the digital.
Yeah,
you buy an actual physical comic.
That, and they're having their whole back catalog open to you if you subscribe to them.
Oh, really? On the app?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this.
Oh, you didn't know about this? Yeah,
No.
You can subscribe to them, and you have access to their back catalog going back, and
well,
it's
then
constantly
I think
being
I'd actually
updated.
do that.
And it was a gamble because it was pretty much unheard of. I mean, you're given access to free comic books essentially. I mean, you're paying a small amount of fee. It's kind of like Netflix.
Yeah,
small amount of fee, but you have access to all this, and I guess it's paying off. I mean, they've seen a steady increase in. I don't have the quote with me right now or anything like that, but they're finally turning over a good profit, and
that's cool. That's actually
it's awesome. And like they're like I said, they're pioneering the way of how subscription online is for comic books, and unfortunately, DC is still lagging up on that.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. My DC's falling behind on that, but that actually gets me interested in getting this Marvel app.
Yeah,
and subscribing and kind of catching
and
up.
I always buy their comics, so it's great to have that digital version of that. So
that's cool.
You can just pull up my library and like, bam,
there
is
really cool.
Are you playing any games right now?
I just started getting back onto playing the Rise of the Tomb Raider. Try to finish off that storyline.
How's that going so far?
It's a fun game. I really like it. Like the action set pieces and just the adventure, like Lara Croft. The platforming and the scaling and just those scenes where you're like running from all the destruction, and it's really cool. It's a fun game. Have you played that one yet?
Not yet. I've still got too many games to handle, but I'm actually going to buy either today or tomorrow is the new Street Fighter game, Street Fighter 5.
Street Fighter 5, okay.
So because I got 2 fight sticks, so I'm gonna get it for the PS4. So if any of you guys out there who have it, hey man, hit me up.
Nice.
Battle each other.
So the fight sticks. Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me we should play Injustice.
From Comic-Con, had the fight sticks.
Yeah, nice. I wanted to get what was it, Far Cry Primal, that new one that came out.
That's the caveman one, right?
That's like the primal days when they're all cavemen. Looks pretty cool.
Yep. The only Far Cry game I ever played was Part 2, and I believe I was on the Wii.
Okay.
It was fun. So
The only one.
I'm not really sure how the whole Far Cry timeline, if it's all connected, all completely different.
Yeah, I don't know either. But the only Far Cry game I have played is Blood Dragons. That was a DLC. Do you know that one?
Oh, the
like the 80s retro.
Futuristic retro, yeah.
It's like a retro game, but set in the future. It's like an 80s style game.
Neon colors and everything.
It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack of it too.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is really good. The gameplay is like the first person shooter is really cool. It's fun, and it's a funny game because it's like it knows kind of like it's a game, and he's talking crap about like the graphics and like the crazy stuff that they do. It was pretty cool.
Anything else you got to add?
You
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, video games.
No, that's like I said, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna get that Street Fighter. All right, then I think that's pretty much game over for us then.
Sounds about right. We're covered this week's news, what we've been up to.
Yeah. So thanks again, guys, for listening to us. Subscribe, like, share. Hit us up on Twitter now.
Yeah, we're on Twitter at Nerdy Syndicate. Give us a follow.
Yeah, and we should be having our logo professionally done pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We just got a sketch of what he's been working on, the artist Richard, and he sent me a sketch of it. Looks pretty cool. We're in comic form, cartoon form.
Yeah, so a lot of pretty much what NES is about into that logo. So
our passion for music,
TV,
movies, and comics, and
games, movies, and
video games. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. This is Los.
This is Andrew.
Have a good day.
See ya.